I've got a question for you. Is 2025 the year that you want to start YouTube? You want to create content. You'd love to turn it into an online business, but you think you haven't got the time, or maybe you don't know what content to make. You haven't got any ideas, or let's just face it, the big one, the imposter syndrome thing. We think we're not interested enough. Well, all of that is rubbish. I'm going to show you how you can create the time. I'm going to share with you how you can pull ideas out of thin air that people love. And I'm going to show you how interesting you actually are so that anybody can make content. Because if you're thinking you've got no time, no idea where to start, what to make a video on, and you think you're not interesting, you're absolutely lying to yourself. And it's a common thing in the world of online business, social media marketing, content creation, YouTubery stuff, being in my demographic of over 40. Are you over 40? Let me know in the comments, because this is going to be for you. Because a lot of people, 30, 40, 50, they realize they're going through some awakening phase and saying, you know what, there's more to life. There's more to this than the 9-to-5 day job. I mean, I've literally just come off a call with a gentleman in Australia, and he wants to escape the 7:30, 3:30. That's his time frame he works in. Essentially, it's the 9-to-5. There's more to it. I've got more. Have you got more? Have you got something you would love to share with the world? A hobby, an interest, or maybe you've been doing this thing for the last 20, 30 years and you're thinking, I could turn that into something for me rather than making money for the man. So this video's for you, because I want you to stop lying to yourself. I want you to see how you can have the time. I keep doing this for time. I don't know why. You've got the time, I promise. Ideas, no worries. Interesting. You are super interesting. I want to share a quick story with you. And we launched the Heart Brand Blueprint. Where are we? 3rd of December, 2024. We're now mid-January 2025. And if I thought that I didn't have anything interesting to share with people, the Heart Brand Blueprint would never have gone live. And I want to just refer to something, because I've got 12 years experience running a social media marketing agency, building personal brands, business brands, content creation from small to medium-sized businesses, all the way up to TEDx and running their live events with them, even running a summit for the United Nations and their partners from my house, and creating content and YouTube videos and all that great stuff. But there's one key thing that I want to share with you, and why all of that is relevant, and how it's helped me build the Heart Brand Blueprint, the Heart Brand Academy, the Courage Before Confidence training program, the Big Video Academy, where you can learn to create videos. I've taken all of my knowledge, skills, wisdom, experience, and expertise over these last 12 years, and I've done something that Arnold Schwarzenegger said we should be doing. You heard that phrase about value, bring value to YouTube, just make valuable videos. And we're all like, what is value? What is valuable to people? Well, I want to show you this. Be useful. If you can make a video that is useful to people, that helps them get through a sticking point, fixes a problem, answers a question, that is value. That is valuable. So in the words of Arnie, it's not I'll be back, it's be useful. That was a dreadful impression. So what I'm teaching the guys in the Heart Brand Blueprint right now is to build a personal brand, Heart Brand we call this, inside out, use YouTube and the power of video to leverage that, and then turn that into an online digital business. Because you have stuff that's useful. You have something within you. You can take people from a starting point to a finish point. You can take them on that journey. I can take people from starting their personal brand to creating great content that gets views and can then sell their product and service. So how do we create the time for this? In the Heart Brand Blueprint, what I've been sharing with the guys, and if you want to know more information about this, I'm going to put my email address, my personal email address, in the description. All you got to do is send me an email. Say, Stephen, I'd love to learn about that. Tell me some more information about it, and I will email you. If you need time to create YouTube videos, understand how to build a personal brand, maybe build an online business, whether it be a course or create a lead magnet or do some coaching or build a membership, do what I teach the guys in the Heart Brand Blueprint. And I've been teaching this in every business course and program that I've been running for the last, 6 or 7 years. Set a meeting in your diary every single day with yourself for 1 hour. Okay, if you can work on your business for 1 hour a day and you make that meeting a non-negotiable, I do it. It's cemented in my diary, it's in my Google Calendar, and it's gray, because gray indicates to me cement, not the fact that I'm old. It indicates cement, so it can't be moved. So I know at that same time every day I have one meeting with myself and I am working on the business or working on that one thing. The way I break that up is I use a method called the Pomodoro method, and I teach this to all of my clients and students. 25 minutes working on one particular task, then I reward myself with a 5-minute break. Then it's another 25 minutes and another 5-minute break. Now, I might have a cup of tea. I might get the chocolate biscuits out. I mean, look at the state of that cup. Sorry about that. But anyway, what I'm doing there is I'm gamifying the process and keeping real focus on one particular thing. And then once I've completed that, small reward, focus. And then we go again. Now, for you guys who've been following my content and you guys who know a little bit about me, that's how my brain works. I'm currently awaiting a adult ADHD diagnosis, and I've just jumped off that call with a gentleman in Australia, and we have the same kind of how we work. He referenced about the fact that he needs systems because he's a baker rather than a chef. And I'm like, me too. My wife's the chef. Amazing how she just turns to anything and it's fabulous. Whereas me, I need a system and a recipe. So there's your recipe for time. You can find 1 hour a day to have a meeting with yourself. If you can't, you're lying to yourself. Now, ideas. Where are we going to pull these ideas from? In the blueprint, I have 26 questions I get people to answer. And then once we get those ideas, we then take these to a platform like YouTube or a search engine, Google, answerthepublic.com, wherever it might be, and we find new problems and questions around the ideas. So now we've got ideas and ideas, bring them in. 26 and 26, 52 equals one video per week for a year. So now you've got your ideation. But actually, how can we do that without looking through these 26 questions? Well, it's easy. What are the frequently asked questions you get asked? And you're like, oh, I've got to go and research them. No, you don't. I bet you have a meeting every single day. You'll have a conversation with a work colleague about a problem. You might have a conversation with your spouse. You might have a conversation with your kids. An email might come into you asking you to fix something. Start listing those out. Go through your emails and say, what are the problems that people have come to me with? Get a piece of paper and start writing down all the questions and problems and challenges you've answered for people around you. This is taken from the Courage Before Confidence program. From meetings, we go PMR, post-meeting review. So what we're doing is after every conversation, every meeting, every email, class it as a meeting and say, right, what can I take from there that will help somebody else? So now you've got a list of ideas. You don't even need my 26 questions from the blueprint. You can just go, do you know what? PMR, what are the last 10 meetings I've had? What were the problems that came up? Write the list. Now we've got ideas. So we tick time off, we tick ideas off. Now you might think that you're not very interesting, and that might be a challenge for you. If that's the case, please let me know in the comments. You might feel I'm not high energy enough. I can't edit. I don't know. The video's going to be boring, Stephen. Well, guess what? If you are answering questions for a specific audience, that's interesting enough. If you just lean in with a little bit of your personality, that will be interesting enough. When I teach the guys on the blueprint, and I teach every client that I've ever worked with, usually what's happened is they're building a personal brand using video online business, and they've solved that problem for themselves in the past. So therefore, they are their ideal client. So as long as you can speak to your former self in a way that you find interesting, guess what? Other people will find you interesting too. So now you've got the time in an hour a day. You've got your ideas from meetings that have raised questions and you can answer. And now you know how to deliver because you're solving problems for your former self, which you found interesting enough. And guess what? Someone else who's on that journey with you or on that journey maybe a few steps behind will find it interesting too. Why? Because you're solving a problem for them. And because you have been that person, you can connect with them so well. It's so much easier for you. What do you think I've just done in this video? I've shared problems that I once had. I didn't know how to have the time. So I was like, okay, time management. One of my coaches said, guess what, Stephen, put an hour a day in your diary. So I did. And I worked on my business. And over time, slow 1% increments created hockey stick growth. Then I was like, no ideas. Well, actually, the whole PMR process came from me having a meeting with a company who ran skips, put rubbish in skips. And I sat there and I did my post-meeting notes in a video. I was like, oh, that's how I can create videos and have an abundance of content. And not interesting, guess what? I'm making content for the former me. So every time I look in this camera, I just see me. And I'm quite happy to talk to me. Why? Because I'm a little bit introverted. So if you want to put all of this together now in a beautiful video and have a framework for that, you need to watch this video right here. Take care. And in the words of Arnie, much love, I'll be back.